How do we develop African-orientated engineers? Africa faces many problems: poverty, poor education, access to safe drinking water, sustainable energy, sufficient infrastructure, health, sustainable agriculture, and food security. Africa needs great leadership and creativeness from our youth to help address these challenges. Currently, two of the biggest challenges faced in developing African-orientated engineers are the lack of experience in the African setting, as well as the standard of education in the curriculums.
Developing African-orientated engineers means to develop engineers that can manage projects effectively in African communities. This requires an understanding of the needs of the community and solving problems in a way that is beneficial to the community and the environment. A lack of understanding can result in failed projects, which leads to economical losses.
Lake Turkana, a fish processing plant in Kenya, is an excellent example of one such project. The purpose of the project was to provide jobs to the members of Turkana community via the processing and exportation of the fish. The project failed due to the engineers not understanding the nomadic nature of the Turkana people, as fishing was not part of their culture. Result: a net loss of $22 million.
The second problem faced in developing African-oriented engineers is a lack of science and mathematical competency in rural areas. These fields are essential for the development of innovative problem-solving and logical thinking. This problem is not limited to South Africa, but is prevalent in many African countries. Just 6% of children in Africa will enroll for tertiary education, versus an 80% chance for a child in a developed country. By improving mathematics and science standards within the rural areas will result in the increase in interest and ability of learners from these communities to graduate as engineers.
Our proposed solution: an engineering-orientated outreach program. This will help to address both problems previously mentioned.
But why focus on engineering?
For the sustainable development in Africa, competent, engaged, and vibrant engineers are absolutely critical. Students who understand the heart of Africa are best rooted to become the African-orientated engineers this continent needs.
Developing African-oriented engineers is being addressed by using a twofold approach to address both problems. The solution was inspired by a society known as Engineering Without Borders. This society aims to empower engineers to empower communities. We propose to start an outreach program that aims to teach science and maths in rural high schools that wish to be part of this program. Students will volunteer during the June-July holiday to teach a 3-week maths and science course. Course material will be provided by teachers from the top schools that is in line with the National South African School curriculum.
Through this program, we hope to teach maths and science, thereby positively impacting the quality of life of the communities. We hope to inspire young learners to study engineering by using a hands-on approach and real-world examples. We hope to excite an interest in engineering by showing them the relevance thereof in the world around them.
This project aims to build bridges between the communities and young students studying to become engineers. Students will not only teach, but learn from the community. The success of this project depends on the ability of the students to immerse themselves within the community, to understand its specific culture and needs, as well as not to approach the community from a position of authority, but meet them as equals.
Our hope is to grow this initiative beyond Stellenbosch University in order to involve more students and thereby reach more schools. The success of this project depends on its continuation to ensure that it is sustainable as engineering students come and go.